I've traveled Taiwan from top to bottom and back again, and in every corner of the island, I've asked the same questions. What is Taiwanese food? And what does it mean to the Taiwanese people? On this small island with its jostling, overlapping communities and its long history of colonization and uncertainty, I keep finding the same answer. By keeping everyone in touch with their unique origins, food is crucial to creating the Taiwanese identity. In Taidong County in southeast Taiwan, food is at the center of Tuhi Martukau's work with tribal youth. A journalist and indigenous rights activist who belongs to the Kasavakan tribal community, Tuhi has represented Taiwan for 10 years at the United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues. Today, she's taking me to a local biandang, or lunchbox canteen, run by indigenous youths. But first, Tuhi takes me on a stroll around her hometown on our way to forage ingredients for our lunch.
The weather is not so good today, but when the weather is really good, you can see all this sparkling of the Pacific just right there. And then we have the mountain here.
And you were born here?
I was born in the community, but when I was 3, I moved to Taipei, so I spent most of my time in Taipei. You can see from the community, we have all these carvings and also like this mini industry we're trying to do is also to incorporate our culture with the modern style. So it's a living culture. It's not something just to preserve somewhere that we go like a museum. No, it's in us. So you can see there, that's the shell ginger.
That's shell ginger?
That's shell ginger.
It looks like an orchid. It's so beautiful.
Very beautiful.
It's gorgeous, so you can eat all of it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful one.
Yeah.
Unblemished. Oops. Okay.
And this too.
They're all great.
Yeah, they're all good.
It actually, I can smell something similar to ginger. And like, if you look at this, you can see it's from the same rhizome family.
Ah. This is the flour of sticky rice, so we're going to mix it with the water. This is pork with dried mushroom. We call it lavilu. So this is eatable after we cook it, and it's very good for our stomach. It's good for our digestion.
So is this a recipe that everybody's taught when you're young?
Yeah, like people like our elders or our like grandmothers, mothers, they don't really like taught us what to do. It just they ask us to do it.
How would you describe like the living tradition today?
I would say we are, of course, the resilience. You can see that even though we are deeply influenced by a lot of different culture, of course, by all this colonization, but also by this pop music, pop culture, like from Korea, from all different countries, from the States as well. In a way, we find a balance that we keep what we have, but we take what is also strong from other culture to make our own culture even stronger.
然后把它
往下 just tied it.
It's like a little package of presents. It's so pretty. And how did you get involved with advocating for indigenous rights?
That was when I was in university. I studied international affairs, and I had a chance to go to United Nations at that time. That was the very first time I really got into international indigenous affairs, because in United Nations they have this permanent forum on indigenous peoples, indigenous rights. So I went there, and that's really like a eye-opening event for me, because during that 2 weeks in New York. First, it's New York. Second, it's United Nations. And then we have like more than 2,000 or 3,000 of indigenous peoples from around the world just gathered in New York. And
incredible.
It's crazy. It's mind-blowing. But that was a really huge shock for me. So in our language, we call it 不杂夫. So when the men are going to the mountain, we will prepare like food, like with like this, and also some vegetable and some like snacks, and wrap it with a cloth, and they can just carry it to the mountain.
Can I dig in? I'm hungry. Oh, let's try what we made here.
Yeah.
So do I eat the whole leaf?
Yeah, you eat the whole leaf. Good? You like it?
Yes, I love it. It's really savory and fragrant and chewy and fun to eat.
Yeah. I would say that's why we're trying so hard to really strengthen our identity as indigenous and also as the person from Kasapakan, from our own community. Because with this strong identity, then we will know we are different from China or from the Taiwanese mainstream, but that doesn't, like, being different doesn't mean that we should be excluded from all these things. It's just we keep what is unique for us and what is important for us.
So what do you want to share with the international community about the indigenous population or culture in Taiwan?
We are here. Because a lot of people tend to forget, or they think we are in the past, but we are here. We are in everyone's daily life, and we live in our own culture in different ways. So I would say it's very important for people to really recognize that.
Ruby Tunwei and Pei Yi have a mission to preserve the taste of their Taiwanese childhood. For them, that means keeping alive their grandmother's cooking, and particularly her method for making kueh from scratch. In a traditional Taiwanese family house that they rescued on the outskirts of Taipei, they've opened a cooking school, Suangkou Lu Cultural Kitchen, and I've come here to learn their family recipe for the sticky rice cakes that the Taiwanese often share during festivities. From the moment I step in, I feel immersed in nostalgia for a distant era as steam drifts out of the open windows and into the courtyard. Look at these beautiful kueh molds. You can also use these to make mooncakes.
Yeah, that one is for mooncake, yeah.
Double happiness.
Today we use the round sticky rice. The round one here.
Globally, all grandmothers cook just by senses, you know,
Yeah,
like
right.
a pinch of this, a toss of that. Like, I'll ask my grandmother for recipes, and she's like, no recipe.
The young generation of Taiwanese, we make breads or cakes from Japan or Western countries. So like young people, they don't make kueh anymore or even eat. So this is another reason why we want to have this place so we can pass on the recipe and let them know the culture of rice cakes.
This dish really encapsulates the essential Taiwanese pantry ingredients, or just ingredients, period. White pepper, dried radish, dried shiitake mushrooms, dried shrimp, rice wine, and pork.
Yeah. We just finished the filling and we're gonna make the skin. We woke up at 5 a.m. to wash the rice for like 4 hours. So the rice become soft enough to grind it. So you can crack it by now. So it's dry now, and just try not to, mess around like on the floor or something. Grandmother would just come out and and then we ate all of this.
This is what's called handmade. So you're just steaming it on the shell ginger leaf. You're not actually wrapping it. This is amazing, so beautiful. What are the different types of kueh you have here?
Okay, so this is what we made. This is kueh, and with cutweed. Cutweed.
So interesting. So every kueh has has that element of worship and different gods or spirits or ancestors that you're serving to.
Yes, right. So like this, kueh, great birthday, like gods or family members, like 1 month baby or 4-month baby.
So it's for auspicious celebrations, birthdays, baby's first month.
Yeah. So we use the perilla.
Perilla.
Yeah, perilla, cutweed, and fish meat, and mugwort.
This takes a lot of skill. It's not like just baking a cake. That's the best kueh I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so later on you will say that this is the best.
Tell me again, what is the red coloring? Because there's definitely a grassy taste to this.
This red is the powder.
Okay.
红曲粉.
Okay, that's the best.
So that's why we like to, to make this and to tell people all these stories.
I think it's just so heartwarming that you created this space as an ode to grandmothers.
Yeah.
Grandma's place.
Yeah.
Artists often see beauty in things that the rest of the world doesn't value. Tiffany Lei and Zolin find beauty in weeds, and they turn these hardy plants that others ignore into a creative medium. Intrigued, I meet up with the couple in an overgrown garden in Taipei to forage for plants that they will ferment into tea at Grasslands, their open studio and tea house. It's a community space that lets Taiwanese explore the rich biodiversity of their small island. It's also an urban sanctuary for those seeking respite from the city or feeling neglected like a weed. I would never think about oregano being grown in Taiwan. But
it actually grows pretty well. It likes more wet areas.
These are actually weeds?
Yes. And also it's invasive plants in Taiwan.
Really? Is this a chrysanthemum or what is it?
It's a kind of chrysanthemum. It's called a Bindens pilosa in Latin. As the main ingredients for our herbal tea.
Can I try it?
Yes, it's sour actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Really, right?
That's very refreshing. This is peppermint?
Lemon.
Oh, yeah, it's like a lemon balm.
Yeah.
This is actually really great for mosquito bites.
Yeah, I'm just putting on my mosquito bite as you
Just forage all the flowers?
Yeah, today because we'll do the fermentation, so we'll just use the flowers. And we usually don't want to over forage, so we just forage what we need. This is also another weed that we commonly use. 雷公根. It's recently very popular in Korea for cosmetics. This is there's another mulberry tree that we can go to later. This one is a smaller leaf one, and the berries are smaller but sweeter.
What is that beautiful red flower?
It's poisonous.
It's poisonous?
Ouch.
So looks are deceiving. You cannot just go and eat your way around.
Wild hogs eat it, but we're not a hog. You have to smell this. This smells like Colgate. Like
Colgate?
No, you have to smell it. It smells like a toothpaste.
It does smell like a toothpaste. It's a type of mint.
Yeah,
right?
But I think it smells exactly like toothpaste. The concept of like a weed is because you don't know it, because you haven't found the value of it. So we just want to introduce these plants so that people don't just see them as weeds anymore. So we thought maybe we wanted to create a sanctuary in the middle of the city for people to kind of just rest and to kind of get back to themselves.
What made you decide to open a sanctuary or a kind of tea shop here?
We started as an artist collective and we had moved around a lot, and we had done residencies where we would have an open studio, open space where people could visit us. And we thought we really liked the idea, and we thought that maybe we could open our own space and really work on a community, because for residencies you would have to leave at a certain point.
I love the conceit behind what you're doing, you know, salvaging and foraging for what's naturally here that you find in the terroir of Taiwan. It's uniquely Taiwanese, and then making it into this delectable tea. How did you get this idea to really promote weed culture in Taiwan?
When I foraging in the mountain, I saw herbicides on the roadside.
Herbicide?
Yes.
Okay.
And I realized many plants around us and very, very common wild grass, they almost can make into the tea. So just want to show everybody the value of the weeds.
So what is that? It's just
This
weeds?
is just the flour and sugar, actually. This has like nothing else.
How did you start fermenting the weeds?
I've always been interested in fermentation, and we have this I have this fermentation group of friends where we just hang out and ferment. And then so we just kind of started to try. Weeds really add a kind of unique flavor because usually weeds are stronger taste than vegetables. Yeah, because they have to survive, you know, such hard environments. They have this this strength in them that a lot of the vegetables don't.
This is delicious. I like the flour a lot. It tastes like suamei, which is kind of like a preserved plum flavor that I grew up eating here. It's great for, you know, indigestion or nausea or just as a tea.
Yeah, exactly. We think that if everybody kind of takes the chance or the opportunity to get to know the plants around them and kind of spread this love, then the world could also be like a warmer place.
Even though it's one of Taiwan's most familiar sights and smells, I was never a big fan of stinky tofu because, well, it stinks. But that was before I visit Chef Sean Chen, a master fermenter, to see and sniff the painstaking handcrafted method he uses to make stinky tofu. For Sean, stinky tofu ranks high on the list of tastes that he lovingly preserves as an homage to his Taiwanese origins. Amid his jars of homemade koji and pickled vegetables and his buckets of fermented tofu, Sean broke down the essentials of making stinky tofu, starting with its amaranth brine.
This jar, the clean one, in water.
Can I just use my hands or do you use the knife?
Yes.
In the jar?
Yeah, in the
okay. So, you know, usually people eat the tender parts,
Yes.
fry it,
Yes.
right?
Basically, the tender part.
So you want to keep the roots and the stem.
After that, we can put this and this inside the jar.
Put all of the anchovies and the dried shrimp.
So we don't peel the skin.
Black tea, and then this is rice.
Yes. We can put in salt.
So I need to pour the water in now. We cover it.
Yes.
And let it sit.
Every day, like the morning we wake up, you have to like shake the jar.
I'm just putting fresh tofu, fresh firm tofu inside of this brine. So we'll put this in a hot place so that it can ferment.
Yes. 很臭.
You're giving me such a small piece. Yeah, the texture is very firm,
Yes.
but it's smooth also at the same time. It smells stinky,
It smells stinky, but
it doesn't taste stinky.
Yes.
Sean, how did you decide to become a fine dining chef?
The reason why I become a chef is like, I remember 16, 17 years ago. And, you know, I go to night market, the go straight, and I saw the other chef like, cooking the dish for the guests. And when I see the guests, like, the face is like feel like happiness. I told myself, I want to be a chef.
You want to make people happy.
Yeah, I want to make the people happy. Yes. So if you know how to make a stinky tofu, actually you also can make non-stinky tofu.
Non-stinky tofu, how do you do that?
So I use a salty egg yolk with a sauerkraut brine, ferment for 1 month. Then after I put the tofu inside. After dry, I will put in the salt, rock salt, to age.
Wow, it's hard as a rock.
Yeah, it's hard. For me, it's like cheese. You can try it. You can eat.
It's very salty.
Yeah, it's very salty, but
salt.
after the salty, you can taste like umami, a bit sour. Then after will come like sweet. Yeah. 我忘记跟你讲了。So I will going to
你有吃吗？
make the rice, cooking the rice.
You've completely deconstructed a traditional street food dish, stinky tofu, and made it your own, and made it fine dining. The tofu from the fermentation process has become porous, and when Sean fried it up, it really loses all of its stink. This is beautiful. All of these are fermented pickles.
Yes. So I made a different kind of pickle.
Wow. Now I understand what you mean by how you're taking a traditional Taiwanese dish, but giving it a new spin. You're personalizing it, and you're also making it fine dining.
Yes.
This is amazing. It looks beautiful, and it smells amazing. It smells so fragrant. You have the rice with the fried stinky tofu, and also the shaved stinky tofu that you fermented in the sauerkraut with the egg yolk, correct?
Yes.
I have never seen stinky tofu presented like this.
Really?
I don't think anyone has. I love the different textures here.
You can feel. I can feel your happiness. But for me, Taiwanese cuisine is like simple. But now I want to present is like more like modern Taiwanese cuisine. I mean, modern Taiwanese cuisine is like in the future.
The name of Kai Ho's sleek, award-winning Taipei restaurant is a nod to Taiwan's unique terroir, the singular flavors that have been incorporated into iconic Taiwanese dishes. After working internationally, Kai decided it was time to come home to Taiwan, where he works on deconstructing mainstays of Taiwanese cuisine by blending his French culinary skills with Taiwanese ingredients.
I go to the high school. I'm studying like restaurant and beverage management, and the college. I'm not go to a typical career. I went to hospitality management, but I focus on the cooking side. And after that, I went to US for 2 years. And after US, I go to China also for 2 years. And after China, I went to Singapore for 3 years. Today, if I cook in French food, very good, very authentic, very classic, but I'm still Asian. I'm still Taiwanese. So what I can present myself and where I'm from is very important.
We're making a really famous Taiwanese dish. It's called Lu Rou Fan, which is minced meat over rice.
So we cook with raw rice. We are not use the steamed rice to cook my version Lu Rou Fan.
Oh, so you're using raw rice, so it's almost like a risotto method.
It'll be like a more paella. And this one will be the pork skin. Deep fry. And then we're topping on the rice on the top. So crunchy, crispy. It's not only about the beautiful or something. You have to put your emotion, your love to the dish.
We're not selling you a story. No, it's not my style. I just want to tell you they can have many different angles, many different combinations. Yeah, to open your mind. We want to focus on the very good quality produce and the ingredient, and the way cooking way is very simple.
So you've really deconstructed this classic dish.
Yes.
I see the rice, I see the chicharron, which is the fried pork, and then the sauce has all the elements you were talking about, the soy sauce,
the raw
wine.
sugar, white pepper, rice wine.
It's such a elevated version of it. It has the same characteristics that people love of luo fan, you know, the texture, but you added the crunch in it. But it also has that chewy mouthfeel
yes.
that you get from the pork belly. And if I were eating this with my eyes closed, it brings back the familiar flavors of this comforting dish. But it looks completely different. I mean, even the chicharrones look like rice puffs. It's really tricking your eye. It's a work of art.
Many customer guests, they are thinking we are the magician. We are not a magician. We are cooks. We are chefs.
I'm so glad that you're here. You're really showing me a different side of Taipei dining that I've never experienced.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you for coming.